Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Bob's Odd Jobs. Today we're working on the bushing for the front sway bar stabilizer. I noticed I'm at my family minivan here, and I noticed there's quite the thump underneath. I've taken a good look at the shocks and the struts. Everything seems okay, but when I got underneath, I noticed a loose part. I'm going to show you how to fix this. It's actually really easy. It's only 4 bolts and a couple pieces of rubber that cost $22 for both. To do both sides. There's just a few things you need to make sure you do. We want to make sure we're safe about it, and we want to make sure that those bolts don't break when we take them off. If one of those bolts breaks, it's going to be a real pain to get it out. For starters, I actually put on WD-40 about 24 hours ago on all the bolts to try and loosen them up to make sure they're not going to break. So we'll go very slowly, and hopefully they don't break. We'll throw more WD-40 on them as we go. Outside of that, this shouldn't take too long. See what happens. Okay, so for safety, for starters, if you're going under your vehicle, you want to have proper vehicle stands, and you want the safest way to do it is have 3 points of contact, so you know that this vehicle is not going to fall over. So here's one for me. Here's 2 on the passenger side, and my 3rd point of contact is my jack, and it's locked, and I've disconnected the bar so it's not going to fall on me. One last little piece of safety is you should always chalk your back wheel when you're lifting your car up. So my goal is to try and do this without taking the wheel off. I could take it off, but I think there's enough space under this Toyota Sienna to get under. This is the sway bar here, and you can, if I move it, it's got play. This should not be moving, and this is what's making my thumping sound underneath my engine. You're going to need a 12mm socket. The extension really helps. This right over here is the bushing. You can see the sway bar. If you follow it, it comes down, and it's wiggling in that bushing right there. Let's see if I can get it to wiggle. That should not be moving. And you can see it's moving back and forth. Either the bolts are just loose or the rubber's gone. Like I said, there's 2 bolts, one on either side of that bracket. You want to make sure that you take these off very carefully. I've saturated them with WD-40. You don't want these breaking, because then you're going to have to drill them out, and that's going to be a huge job. Okay, so I've actually gone in there and I took a look at the rubber. The rubber looks okay on this bushing, and the bolts seem to have loosened themselves. I'm not sure how, but I tightened both bolts, and now I can't move this thing. I think it's fixed. I'm gonna return the parts that I bought, save a little bit more money, and consider this a freebie. This was an easy fix for me. To have this done at the mechanic, they'd replace it. It's going to cost you $150 each side. So I just fixed this for free. And that's it. You know, I expected to replace those bushings, but I didn't need to. All I had to do was tighten a couple bolts. I'm going to return the parts. It just goes to show that, you know, you get under things, you take things apart, you take a look at it. You might be able to fix it with almost no work at all. Tightening a couple bolts, that's no problem. So thanks for watching another edition of Bob's Odd Jobs. I really hope this video helped you, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.